Dear students, today we are going to study the fourth session of Communication Skills Part 2, which is Unit 1 of Part A Employability Skills. In the last session, we have studied nonverbal communication, importance of nonverbal communication, and different types of nonverbal communication. Nonverbal communication means the communication without the use of words, and the use of words is known as verbal communication. So, non-verbal communication is done through gestures, postures, your body language, and also your facial expressions. We have seen some examples of non-verbal communication in the previous class, and also we have seen the importance of non-verbal communication in our day-to-day life, because most of the communication which we are doing in our day-to-day life are non-verbal type of nature, while the verbal communications are less compared to non-verbal communication. We have also seen different types of non-verbal communication. In this session, we are going to study writing skills, parts of speech. That is, we are going to study some of the rules which are followed in order to improve writing skills. And also, we are going to see the different parts of speech. Our objective of learning in this session is to improve your writing skills by using different rules of sentences, sentence writing such as capitalization rules, punctuations, and parts of speech. All these rules help in writing better. Capitalization rules help us to write the sentences and take care of various capitalization which is to be done in sentences, and also punctuations help us to take pause and to make out a different meaning of the same sentence which would be otherwise different in case the punctuations are not used properly. So if proper use of punctuation is not done, the same sentence may result in a different meaning. And also we are going to see different parts of speech which you may have been studying since your junior classes. They are noun, pronoun, verb, adjective, adverb, and also some supporting parts of speech like preposition, conjunction, and interjection. So let's begin with this session. When we talk or write in English, we use sentences to express ourselves. Sentences are important because if you do not clearly write sentences, then the meaning of the same cannot be understood clearly. So it is very important to write sentences properly following the rules. Otherwise, the sentence may not be understood clearly. We need to know the basic difference between sentence and a phrase. A sentence basically is a group of words which communicate a complete thought or is complete in itself, whereas a phrase is a group of words which does not make a complete sense. You can see the examples. Example is Raju goes to school. This sentence is complete in itself, whereas Raju goes is not complete in itself. So you cannot make out any meaning out of Raju goes, where does he goes, when does he goes, and so on. So the first group of words is a sentence, while the second group of words is not a sentence. A sentence always begins with a capital letter. This rule of capitalization of first letter of a sentence is already known to us, and it always ends with a question mark, full stop, or exclamation mark. You might also have seen that there are sentences which either stop with a full stop or they end with a question mark or exclamation mark. Accordingly, the sentences may be grouped into four different types. If a sentence ends with a question mark, that type of sentence is known as interrogative sentence. If it ends with a full stop, it is known as a declarative sentence, while the sentences which end with exclamation mark are known as exclamatory sentences. Some examples are there. You can see these examples. Did you work on your project? It is a kind of a question. So this category of sentence is known as the interrogative sentence. that which ask a question. I completed it yesterday. This type of a sentence which generally states a fact, that is known as a declarative sentence. That's good. This is an exclamation, that is good, an expression. You can see that it terminates with an exclamation mark. So an interrogative sentence ends with a question mark. A general sentence or a declarative sentence ends with a full stop, while an exclamatory sentence ends with a exclamation mark. So you must keep in mind that every first word or first letter of a word in a sentence is capitalized, and also a sentence ends in either of these symbols. First rule is how to use capitalization in a sentence. For keeping in mind the various capitalization rules, a word has been framed that is known as mints, M-I-N-T-S. You keep this in mind while writing sentences. This will help you in remembering the rules for capitalization. Let's see this table in which MINTS is the column heading, and you can see that M means months, I is the letter I, names, titles, and S stands for starting letter of sentence. This we already know that starting letter of sentence is capitalized. Now let's see, the rule is that months, capitalize the first letter in all the names of months. So when we are using the names of months, we must capitalize the first letter of every month. You can see an example. I will go to college in June. So the June first letter of the sentence is capitalized, and we are using the name of a month that is also capitalized. The first letter is capitalized. I. If a sentence begins with the letter I, then it must be capital. For example, I play tennis with him every day. If a sentence begins with I, it must be capitalized. In the first sentence also, this begin with I, and so it is capitalized. Names. Capitalize the first letter in the names of people, places, and days. So whatever names of people or places or days are used, they must be capitalized. Example, this Tuesday Vidya will be in Rajasthan. Here Tuesday is the day. The first letter of Tuesday is capitalized. Vidya is the person or the people name. So V is capitalized, and Rajasthan is a place where R is capitalized. Titles. Whenever we are using titles in front of the name or in the beginning of names like Mr., Mrs., Srimati, Shriman, uh, you are using doctor and so on. Here you need to capitalize the first letter of title. For example, DR, the D is capitalized. Mr. MR, the M is capitalized. Then in the last, which is already known to you, that you have to capitalize the first letter of every sentence. Example, the car ran out of the house. This sentence begins with the, and so T is capitalized. Next is punctuation rules. It is a set of marks such as a full stop and comma which help us to separate parts of sentence and explain its meaning. So if a full stop, comma and such punctuations are used in a sentence, it explains the meaning of the sentence better. So punctuation is very important while writing sentences. There are rules of punctuation. First of all, the kind of punctuation we use in a sentence like full stop, comma, question mark, exclamation mark, apostrophe. We are going to see what are their uses and the various examples which use these punctuations. So first of all, full stop. When we use a full stop, it shows the end of a sentence. Also used to show short form of long words. So end of sentence, we have seen that it ends, a sentence ends with a full stop. For some, doctor can be shortened to DR when we use it as title before a name. So whenever you are using titles like Mr., Mrs., Doctor, DR in abbreviation, they are terminated by a full stop. This is a sentence. This is another sentence. You can see that both of these terminate by a full stop. Sanjay is a doctor. Again, it terminates with a full stop. His patients call him Dr. Sanjay. So, dr is followed by a dot. Comma. Sometimes we use a comma to indicate a pause in a sentence. Whenever it is required to take a pause in the sentence, a comma is used. We can also use a comma to separate items when we are listing out more than two items in a row. So, whenever there are multiple items which are listed, they have to be separated by a comma. The first example where comma is used to take a pause is shown as after the waiter gave me a menu, I ordered the food. Here we are taking a pause after menu, so we need a comma. In the second example, I bought apples, oranges and grapes. So there are multiple objects or items which so they need to be separated by comma. Question mark is also known to you that when question mark is used at the end of interrogative sentence. For example, your name, what is your name, how old are you? These are question sentences, so a question marks need to be appended at the end. Exclamation mark, again exclamatory sentences terminate by an exclamation mark. You are late, what a pleasant surprise. Apostrophe. We use an apostrophe followed by an S to show that something belongs to someone. For example, if we write this is Divya's pen, so Divya's pen means pen which belongs to Divya. So something belongs to someone. The pen belongs to Divya, so we write Divya's pen. Are these Abdul's books? We need to find out whether these books belong to Abdul. So Abdul's book. We also use an apostrophe to indicate the shortened form of some words in informal speech. So formally we don't use such words with apostrophe, but for shortening the words in informal speech, we often use an apostrophe like let's go is the abbreviated form of let us go. So this is an informal form of formal let us go. So let us go can be abbreviated as let's go. Here we are using the apostrophe. He isn't here. Isn't is used for is not. So in such cases also apostrophe is used. Now we can see the basic parts of speech, that is what are the different components of a sentence. Basic parts of speech. The part of speech indicates how the word functions in meaning as well as grammatically within the sentence. There are 8 basic parts of speech in English language. They are already known to you: noun, pronoun, verb, adjective, adverb, and preposition, conjunction and interjection are supporting parts of speech. So there are 5 main parts of speech and the remaining 3 are supporting parts of speech. Different parts of speech and their examples. Noun, name, place, thing, animal. Pronouns, I, you, he, she. Example of adjectives: salty, sour, sweet, spicy. Example of verbs: fall, teach. Example of adverbs: eat slowly, sign loudly. So these are examples of different basic parts of speech. Now we see in detail what are the functions of various parts of speech and their example sentences along with example words. Noun. Nouns are words that refer to a person, place, thing or idea. These are naming words. Example, Rima wrote a letter. So Rima and letter are nouns. Some of the words which are examples of noun are dog, table, India, Sanjay. Pronoun. Pronoun is a word used in place of noun. For example, I, they, he, you. In this example, Rima wrote a letter. She is tired. She is used in place of Rima. That is, instead of her name, we are using she. So she is a pronoun. Adjectives. Adjectives are words that describe other words. Example, small, blue, sharp, loud. Again we have a sentence, Rima wrote a long letter. So what type of letter? Long. So it describes the letter, that it is long. So when some word describes a noun, that is known as an adjective. Verbs. Verbs are words that show action. In the sentence, Rima wrote a letter. Wrote means writing, that is an action, that is known as a verb. Examples: run, eat, think, sit. Adverbs. Adverbs are words that add meaning to verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs. They answer the question how often, when, and where. Example: Rima quickly wrote a letter. In this, how she wrote the letter? She wrote the letter quickly. So, quickly is an adverb. So, writing quickly. Wrote is a verb, and this adds meaning to the word verb quickly. So, quickly will be an adverb. Example: easily, always, inside, before. Now we have some supporting parts of speech. They are articles, conjunction, preposition, interjection. Articles a, an, and the. The usage of articles. The use of articles is already known to you. We will take up some examples later, and we will try to see how these articles will be used in various sentences. Now have a look at the supporting parts of speech: articles, conjunction, preposition. Articles a, an, and the are known as articles. Articles are generally used before noun. For example, an is used before words with a vowel. So we use an before words which have vowel sound: a, e, I, o, u. For example, an apple, an umbrella. So n is used where we have a vowel sound in the word following n. A is used before noun with a consonant, all other alphabet sound. A book, a pen, that is where consonant sound is there, A is used. The is used to refer specific or particular words. For example, the sun, the moon. These are already known to us. So, specific to refer to specific or particular words, we use the. Conjunctions are words that join two nouns, phrases, or sentences. And, or, but. Such type of words which join two sentences are known as conjunctions. For example, I also went to the market. Sheila went to the market. I also went to the market. These two sentences combined together can be written as Sheila and I went to the market. So using and, which is a conjunction, we can combine the two sentences into one. Do you want oranges? Do you want apples? These two sentences can be combined as do you want oranges or apples? Prepositions. Prepositions connect one word with another to show the relation between them. They usually answer the question where, when, and how. So prepositions are used to connect one word with another. They answer the question where, when, and how. For example, at, under, in. The cat is on the roof. The shop is at the end of the road. Rahul is standing under the tree. I live in Delhi. So on, at, under, and in these are prepositions. Here is an activity for you. Read aloud the paragraph given below. On Sunday, I have an appointment to meet Dr. Patel in Delhi. My house is near Mr. Patel's shop. I went to his shop on Friday to buy vegetables. I bought potatoes, onions, carrots, and a cabbage. Mr. Patel is a friendly man. Have you met him? Now here you have to read this paragraph and write proper punctuations. You have to use proper punctuation marks and capitalization, and this is an assignment to you. You have to complete this activity on based on the session. Based on this session, you have to complete this activity based on the capitalization and punctuations and the different rules we have studied in this session. Now here is an end exercise for you to write in your copy. I'm not going to give you the answers. I'm not going to tell you the answers. You can find the answers by going through the video once again. The first question is, what is a sentence? a group of ideas that form a complete paragraph, a group of words that communicate a complete thought, a set of rules that we may follow to write correctly, a set of words that contain all the basic punctuation marks. Second is, which of these sentences are uppercase lettered correctly? I am hungry. Divya and Sunil are reading. The bucket is full of water. She lives in Delhi. So you have already studied the various capitalization rules. Here you have to identify whether some words are being wrongly written in uppercase while some words are written in lowercase. So you have to correct them after identifying. Third question is, which of these sentences are punctuated correctly? Where are you going? I have a pen, a notebook and a pen. I am so happy to see you. This is Abdul's house. In this also you have to write the correct punctuations. The last one is underline the noun, pronoun, adjective, verb and adverb in these sentences. So you have to identify different parts of speech in these three sentences. Sanjay plays football every day. Divya gave him new books, opened the red box carefully. So in all the three sentences, you have to write them separately and identify which is the noun, which is pronoun, adjective, verb and adverb in these sentences. A sentence can have all of them or it may not have some of them. So you need to write this as a homework in your copy. Thank you.